welcome back to my channel. So today I'm sitting down and I'm making this beautiful, if I do say so myself. I know I'm biased because I did it myself, but it's a really pretty makeup look right here. I shop my stash. I take you with me as I shop, show you along, show you my thought process of using all of these items. I know that the holidays are coming up and I myself am waiting on 3 packages right now to come in the mail. One from Sephora, one from Pat McGrath, and one from Glamlight. So be on the lookout for some new makeup videos coming soon on my channel. But with all the new holiday launches coming up and the new makeup that's going to be released, it's still fun to remind yourself of the amazing, beautiful makeup that you have in your collection already, that you already spent your money on, so you don't have to go out and spend more. So I shop my stash. I show you everything that I am using. I make this look right here, and I hope you are excited for it. Before we get started, don't forget to upload every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday for you guys. If you like this video while you're watching it, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It really does help my channel out. And other than that, if you're excited and you want to see the goodies I use to make this look right here, as well as shop in my stash, then let's go ahead and get started. So I'll go ahead and start off here. I've been keeping this basket or this bag, makeup bag, whatever you want to call it, on the side of my desk right here with all the products that I want to use up by the end of the year. In case you missed that video, I'm doing like an end of the year project pan sort of thing where I want to finish up 20 products, which I know is a lot. So all the makeup items that I want to most of the makeup items I want to finish up by the end of the year are in here. So we're just going to start off there. We're going to use my All Star setting spray because I really do not have that much left at all. We're going to go in with my Dose of Colors concealer because I'm just really trying to use this. All of these I'm trying to use up. I've actually been mixing these two together. I've been putting the primerizer everywhere and the Tatcha, the liquid silk canvas, in my T-zone. So we're going to go with that for primer. And then for brow gel, we're going to use my Ilia Essential Brow Natural Volumizing Brow Gel. We have a guest in here today because him was crying at the door. So if you hear things in the back of my video, that's why. That would be why. So we already have our primer with the Tatcha and the Smashbox. We're going to skip this first primer drawer. We're going to go down here to foundations. You know what? I used this one the other day and I was like super impressed with it. It's the Dior Forever Matte Foundation. I got this sent to me in PR through Influencer, I believe, and I've been really impressed with it. So I want to use that today. Then coming down here to powder, this drawer, you guys, it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. That's a pretty matte foundation, so I think I'm going to go with my e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. Sir, why? Why do you do this? Do you want to get it? But here's the thing. If I open it for him, he doesn't, like, he'll go in there, but then he'll just go to this side and start scratching at this side. What are you doing, Goober? Okay, bye. Have fun in there. Alrighty, coming down here. You know what? I've been really trying to use up my Benefit Precisely My Brow. If you've seen this in a bunch of my description boxes lately, it's because I really don't have that much left and I'm trying to finish it up. So we're going to use that with the Ilia Brow Gel. Then for mascara, let's use my Rare Beauty one. My friend Jennifer from Just Glow Firefly sent this to me after our collab. I can have our collab linked in the eye and down below for you in case you missed it. But she was so sweet and she sent this to me, and I don't think I've used it on camera. I've used it off camera a couple times and I am liking it. So I'm going to use it on camera for you guys today. Then for a highlight, I think I want to go for a little bit more of a goldy eye look. So I'm going to use my ABH and Amrezy highlight. I know this is not available anymore, but you guys, this is the most stunning gold highlight. I just love it so stinking much that I just really want to use it today. Then for blush, what blush do I want to use? Let's go with my Buxom Seychelles. I feel like this will match the sort of eye look we want to go with. So let's go with this one. Then for bronzer, let's go with my Maybelline City bronzer. I haven't used this one in a while, so let's go with that. Then down here for setting, we already have setting spray. We're using the Colourpop All Star. Then down here, I'm going to redeem myself and I'm going to end up using my Pixi by Petra lipstick in the shade Berry Beauty. So I wanted to use this in my last like berry tone Get Ready With Me, and then I just went too crazy with the eyes and couldn't use it. So I'm going to redeem myself today and we're going to use this. Okay, then we're going to bypass all of these eyeshadow palettes because I want to come over here and I want to use my ABH Norvina palette. Sarah Rose here on YouTube has been using this palette a bunch recently, and every time I see her use it, I just want to pull it out and use it as well. She did a 1 month 1 palette with it. She's been doing a bunch of Instagram reels with it, and it is just a beautiful palette that I haven't reached for in a while, so we're gonna use this baby today. Alrighty guys, I think we have a full face of makeup to play with. Alrighty, I went ahead and primed my eyes with my MAC paint pot, and now we are going to start off with the eyes like we normally do. I chose my Norvina palette. I am super excited. This palette is just, it's a beautiful, beautiful palette. One of my very good friends on Instagram sent this to me in friend mail a couple months back, and it is just, it's beautiful. It had been on my wish list for a very long time, so I was super happy when she sent this to me. So we're gonna just mix together Incense and Eccentric right here. And we're going to put that into our crease. I want to do a really simple, like brownie sort of gold eye. Not anything too dark, since I decided to pull a dark vampy lip. Hoping I don't mess up my eyes and I can actually use that dark vampy lip unlike last time. If you saw my berry tone fall get ready with me, I had every intention on using a dark deep berry tone lip, and then I went a little too crazy with the eyes and I couldn't use it. But that's okay. Hopefully we're going to redeem ourselves today. Next, I'm going to take Passion right back here, and we're going to put that on the outer portion of our lid and up into our crease as well. Not too much. Again, I don't want to make this too dark and vampy, although it's fall. Vampy eyes, vampy lips, like, come on, that is the jam right now, but that's all right. I'm going to mix in a little bit of that Incense as well, which is that lighter brown. All right, and then I think I'm gonna go real simple, and we're going to take this summer shade, this really beautiful gold shade, and we're gonna put that on my lid everywhere the mattes aren't. You know the drill. I'm gonna put my NYX Glitter Primer down first though. Oh my gosh, that shimmer is beautiful. Not only have I seen Sarah using this a ton on her Instagram and YouTube and all that, like I said in the Shop My Stash portion of the video, but also I know that this palette was recently on sale for half off during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. So maybe a couple of you guys finally picked it up after wanting it for a while. So yeah, hopefully this can be a little inspiration for you to pull it out and use it or anything like that. But yeah, that's really simple. It's a really simple, boring eye look, just some browns and some golds, but I think it's perfect for fall. And again, I've got like that dark vampy lip that we're going to use. So I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna go do the other eye, and we will be back in a minute to finish up the face. Alrighty, moving on to primer. We're going to use both of my ones in my project pan, sort of end of the year, trying to finish up some things. So yeah, we're gonna use both of these. I've been trying to use up this for a while, and then this one I want to buy a full size in the upcoming Sephora sale, so I want to get rid of this little mini. A couple people have told me that the primerizer is really hard to finish, and I'm like, cool, because I kind of expected to be done with it fairly soon because there's really not that much left, but apparently it's the primer that never ends. So I'm glad I have the heads up, and I'm not like wondering for the next couple of months, will this ever end? So I'm glad I have that heads up, but we'll see. Hopefully I can finish it by the end of the year. So I've been taking the primerizer all over my face and then just using the liquid silk canvas in my T-zone. So I'm just using like about a pump or so. We go in my T-zone just to smooth it all out. Give it some longevity. This is where my makeup tends to break up, is in my T-zone, my chin, my forehead. So this seems to help. So for foundation today, we're going in with the Dior Forever Matte Foundation. I have the shade 0N. Okay, would I have ever purchased this foundation on my own? Probably not, because it's Dior and it's expensive. I think it's like $54 or something like that. Like, it is a very, very expensive foundation. In the Shop My Stash portion though, you heard me say that I got this in PR. And I'm very, very grateful because I love this foundation. Like, would I have bought it with my own money to begin with? Probably not. But will I repurchase it when this one's gone? I might, because it's a really, really great foundation. I don't think their shade range is the best. I don't think Dior's shade range in general is the best, if I'm being honest. I've got this and a concealer by them, both in 0N, and both are just a little bit dark. This pulls a little bit too yellow on me, even though it's a neutral undertone. But once I get it all blended in, it's usually fine, and it is a beautiful foundation on my skin. Something about it when it just melts into my skin, it just looks good. It almost looks like my skin, but better, and it wears a really long time on my skin. That's another thing I like. It wears a long time. So if you're in the market for a new foundation that you want to try that is long wearing, and I mean, it says it's a matte. They have like the glow version if you want more glowy, but I don't know. I don't really think it's that matte. I don't think it's drying or anything like that, but it's bougie and it's expensive, but I'm telling you, I think it's worth the money. I will say a con though is that I have to put 2 layers on pretty much my entire face to get the coverage that I want. It layers up very beautifully on itself, but because of that, I have to use quite a bit. I have to go in with like 5 or 6 pumps, which it's an expensive foundation, so that kind of stinks. But really, that's my only con. And it has a little bit of a scent to it. It's got like a fresh scent. So again, if scents bother you, I would maybe stay away, but it's not overpowering. It's not strong or perfumey or anything, but yeah. All right, I'm done raving about this foundation. I feel like I've been doing it for like 5 minutes straight. Alrighty, then before we put concealer on, I'm gonna go in with the Neutrogena Color Correcting Concealer. This is in their shade Peach. I just really like this for under my eyes. I have not been sleeping well. I don't know what is going on. A couple months ago, like over the summer, I wasn't sleeping well, but I thought it was just because I was stressed with trying to find a job and like quitting teaching and all of that. But now I like have a job and I like Ulta and I'm still not sleeping well. So I have to cover up these bags because they are prominent. But like, I just feel like it does such a good job at covering up the blueness. And a lot of times under eye correctors like this can be pretty thick on your under eyes. Like the Becca one, I can't really seem to make work out for me because it just creases more. Like my under eyes are already a dry, creasy, cakey mess without any extra product under it. So with other under eye correctors, I cannot seem to make them work for me. However, this one is super thin and packs a punch. It's got quite a bit of pigmentation without being like super thick and cakey. So next we're going in with my Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Concealer. I have the shade 03 Fair. We're just gonna put a little bit here to brighten up my face on these under eyes. This is a little light for us, but I just really want to use this concealer up. I like it, I do, but it's older in my collection and I really do not have that much left, so I'm trying to use it up. But it is a nice brightening shade for me, which is always appreciated. I think if I were to repurchase it though, I would get 04 Fair instead of 03 Fair. I think that might be a little bit better of a color match for me. Yeah, the combination of that color corrector concealer and then the normal concealer, I just really, really like them together. I think they just cover up everything, which is what I need. Then to set our face, we're going to use my beloved e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. Didn't like this stuff, now I love it. I'm gonna try to like show you the glow on my face. So this is me before I set my foundation or anything, so you can see how glowy and pretty it looks, but I need to set it. It's tacky, and if I were to go in with my other powder products, they would probably stick. And also, I just like the feeling of a set face, if that makes sense. So we're going to set it with the Halo Glow. So now that this side of my face is set, you can see that it still has that beautiful sheen. Like, yeah, it has a little less of a sheen than like this side that's not set, but it still has like a beautiful, just ethereal glow, and it is just chef's kiss. It is stunning on the skin. And it's not drying or emphasizes dryness on your skin or anything like that, but it's like now set, it's not tacky, but it still has like that beautiful sheen. Ooh, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Then for bronze up, we're gonna go in with my Maybelline City Bronzer. I have the shade 100. It's the lightest one that it comes in. I believe they have 3 shades. Oh, this tone is just so perfect for my fair skin. If you have very fair skin like myself, I think you should give this one a go because it's not super like dark and bronzy if you can see, but it's not orange, but it's not too brown. It's not too like anything. It's a really nice neutral undertone and it really just like blends into the skin so nicely. It's not harsh. I guess I'm trying to say it's not like a harsh bronzer. Sometimes bronzers on fair skin can be just too much and you have to go in with like a super light hand so it doesn't get too crazy. But this one, like I can pile this bronzer on and it always looks good on me. It never gets cakey, it never gets muddy, it never gets patchy. This bronzer is a good one. Just gonna take my big fluffy brush and diffuse this so it's nice and diffused. Then we're gonna take my essentially empty one and I'm going to use it to contour my nose. I'm still trying to use this one up. If you can tell, there's just a tiny, tiny bit around the outer ring. It's like the never ending bronzer. I use it to contour my nose every time I do my makeup. I never show you that step or like tell you in the description box or anything like that, but every single nose contour you have seen on my channel, on my Instagram for the past like year almost has been this bronzer. And I know it's such a tiny amount, but I just want to finish it up and use it up, you know what I mean? I think I'm gonna eventually, like maybe at the end of this year, just call it an empty, like use it for the next couple months, and if there is still a tiny bit of ring around the edge, by the end of the year, just call it an empty and move on with my life. But I just think it looks good on my nose, so I don't mind using it, you know what I mean? Then for highlight, we're going in with my Amrezy highlight. I know this is not available anymore. I'm so sorry, but it is the most beautiful gold highlight. Oh, I love it. It looks so pretty on the skin. Every time I wear it, I love how my highlight looks. And I'm sure quite a few of us owned this because it was such a big highlight a couple years ago. Like, look how beautiful. Oh, I'm obsessed. So even though it is not available anymore, I still use it all the time. Then for blush, we are using my Buxom Wonderlust Primer Infused Blush. I have the shade Seychelles. I am still trying to fully form my thoughts on this blush. I like it, but I don't love it. It's not my favorite blush in the world, but it was pretty hyped up, so I decided to pick it up on sale during the 21 Days of Beauty. And it's like, it's nice, it's pretty, and it's like glowy and sheeny, but I don't know, it's just not like my favorite blush ever. But I gave into the hype and decided to purchase it. And I like it. It's not like I dislike it, but let's just say, I'm glad I got it half off and didn't pay full price for it. All right, we're gonna dip back in the palette to finish up our eyes. And for my lower lash line, I'm just gonna mix together that Incense and Eccentric shade that we started off with in our crease. Run that along my lower lash line. I always do this with my eyes closed like this, which I probably look crazy. But I've said this before, but I have contacts and my eyes are like super sensitive to begin with. And whenever I get makeup in it, which I inevitably do, I can't handle it and it just drives me crazy. So I know I look crazy putting my under eye makeup like this on, but hey, it gets the job done. It blends it out fine, and I don't get eyeshadow in my eye as much as I typically would if they were open, you know what I mean? I am gonna take a fluffy brush though and just diffuse this a little bit more. And then for my inner corner highlight, we're gonna take this Dreamer shade right here, pop that in here. Ooh, that's a little dark, shoot. Alrighty, that's a little bit dark of an inner corner highlight for me, but it's okay for now. Next up for brows, we're going in with my Benefit Precisely My Brow. I've talked about this before, but this like tip is not as tiny as I would prefer. I can't really get the hair-like strokes that people say they can with this brow pencil. So I'm gonna use it up, but I don't think I'm gonna repurchase it. I have the shade 3.5 though, and it's actually a really good shade match for my brows. So that's nice. I just feel like I get kind of like blocky eyebrows whenever I use this pencil. But I like pairing it with the Ilia brow gel because even though I feel like the brow pencil gives me a little bit of blocky brows, this brow gel is super fluffy and like kind of takes that effect away and makes them look fluffy again, which is nice. Then for mascara, we're going in with my Rare Beauty's Perfect Strokes mascara. So I like this mascara. Like I said, my friend Jennifer was so incredibly sweet and sent this to me. We did a collab a couple weeks back, and in her video, she was like, I love this mascara. Emily, have you tried it? And I messaged her and I was like, no, I haven't. And she was like, I am sending it to you, which was so incredibly sweet of her. I was actually planning on buying it in the next Sephora sale. So the fact that she sent it to me was very, very sweet of her. So it's definitely one that like looks okay on the first coat. I definitely think the magic comes in on the second coat, but you have to really let the coats dry between them. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this one dry while I do my other eye, and then we'll apply our second coat. I was gonna ask you guys, have any of you guys used the Grande Cosmetics Lash Enhancing Serum? I got a little sample size of it with Sephora points recently, and I've been using it almost every night, not every single solitary night, but almost every night for like probably 2 or 3 weeks now. And I haven't really seen a huge difference in my lashes, like how long they are, how thick they are, anything like that. So I was gonna ask if any of you had tried that serum, and if you have, A, did you see any change? And B, if you did, how long did it take? Because I haven't seen any yet. That doesn't mean I'm not going to, I just haven't yet. Okay, so here I have 2 coats of the mascara on this eye and just 1 on this eye. I definitely think that these lashes look a lot thicker, more fuller. They do look a little clumpy. A lot of mascaras get clumpy on me though, so you know what I mean? Like that's just kind of life with my lashes. And it did get a lot on my upper lash line right there, if you can see. I'm gonna put more eyeshadow on to try to cover that up, but I just feel like these lashes look so much thicker and more full than these lashes. So I'm gonna go do the other coat on this eye and I'll be right back. Why did y'all not tell me I had a huge clump of mascara under this eye? I like looked in the mirror after filming that last little portion and I had like a huge clump right there. So I had to get it off. It's not perfect. It's still kind of showing. It's fine. So next up for lips, almost done. For lips, we are using the Pixi by Petra. This is their liquid lipstick. It's in the shade Berry Beauty. It's a really beautiful berry shade. I really, really love Pixi's liquid lipstick formulas. They are thin, but they are pigmented. Like they are full opacity. They will show up the pigmentation and the color on your lips, but they're not like drying or cakey or anything like that. And they're super thin. So I'm not going to talk while I do this. And I'm not using lip liner, which is very bold of me, but I don't have a lip liner this dark because it is a really deep like berry shade. So we're just gonna wing it and hope for the best. I do really like the tip of this applicator though, because it really makes it easy to outline and draw on your lips like I just did without a lip liner. So yeah, that's really nice. And this shade, is it not stunning? It is so pretty. I love it. Can you see now why I wanted to use it in that last video and I was so bummed when I couldn't, because ooh, it's stunning. Last up for setting spray, we're going in with the Colourpop All Star setting spray. I'm trying, you guys. I am trying to use this baby up and it is just the never-ending setting spray. So, and that was it, you guys. That was my Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me. I hope you had fun watching this while you did. Hope you enjoyed the look. I actually really, really love how it turned out. I think it's nice and bronzy and fall and beautiful, and the lip, I am here for this bright, bold lip. I hope this encouraged you to shop your stash. Obviously, with so many new holiday collections and products and makeup launching now and within the next few months, it's gonna be super fun to try some new makeup, but it's always a nice reminder to shop your stash, love on the makeup that you already own, you already spent your money on, and it's just a little reminder that the makeup you already own is probably stunning and beautiful, and you can probably make beautiful looks with it without having to spend extra money. Now, that does not mean I'm not super pumped for all the holiday releases coming up, but it's just a nice friendly reminder. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You're awesome. I love you. Please subscribe if you have not yet, and hope to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.